Are you back?
Yeah, yeah.
It's okay. No, we can proceed.
Yes. You asking a question about
What did I even ask last? Oh,
that
about
girls who are. Hmm.
The Bungoma governor.
Yes.
He wants a ban on ladies who get pregnant while at school, so they don't get back to school once they give birth.
Like that is stupid of him.
Are you getting
Like yeah, like why would someone say such kind of a thing?
ban pregnant teens from resuming studies?
No, no. Why do they listen? Listen, that is how this is how people should be thinking. Why do they go to school for the first reason? They go to school so that they can fight their ignorance and find how to live in the world. They go to school to find some skills on how they can make their own money and survive. They go to school on how to build their own societies and the country at large. So one simple accident of pregnancy does should not stop all this process. If they get pregnancy and they are not educated, they are going to be the worst because their kids, I assure you, their kids are going to, if the mother got pregnancy at 15, never went back to school, their kids are going to have pregnancy at 12 because you don't have the moral fabric to educate anyone. So people still pick up themselves. Even that governor, I know there are many occasions that he failed in life. He made some mistakes. You have to give people chances, even if God in his wisdom give people some second chances. So who is he to deny people second chances? We have many, like Ogenya, where I come from. Many people, many girls who got pregnancy many years back. David Ochieng came up with a program and took them to school. They were trained in different courses. Others went to high school, and others are working now. Like you can still amend those problems that you made. I always advocate for giving people second chances. Like those girls, you don't know the reasons why they get pregnancy. Number one, the governor have not educated them, is among the leaders that we should be pointing out. He stands top of the society. But their education for those young kids did not go very well, number one. Number two, the poverty that is in that county. Most young teenagers are getting pregnancy with border riders. Do you know why? Poverty. They take chips like a very serious thing. So they don't just blame those people that you have to punish them because they were pregnant and it is because they just wanted to do sex for that own sake. So I totally disagree with that. I want people to be given second chances. I was given second chance in life and everyone deserves that.
Yeah, I actually consider that as a very poor reasoning because
Yes.
you can't just say that somebody when somebody goes to school,
Yes.
she shouldn't get back to school.
Yeah.
Like you can get that she was impregnated by a boy who also goes to school.
Yes.
Maybe, yeah. This boy will be going back to school, but he
Uh,
will not until he finishes. And what of this lady? This lady should just stay at home maybe for 1 year or maybe some take care of the child up to some level, then get back to school. Very many people, very many prominent people, very many successful most people maybe conceived out of nowhere, out of what we call the accident. Yeah,
yes.
these people we get that they are very successful. So the moment the lady becomes pregnant, then back and going back to school, who is going to take care of this child? Maybe who will be giving education to this other child? We want to live entirely to the mother, and even the mother might not go to school.
And
So
someone can
this
also
governor,
ask, do we have people do KCSE and KCP now prison system, right?
mhm.
I think people do exams even in prisons, and prisons have even books because learning is something that never ends. So how about killers who are in prison who are doing their exams and are still educating themselves? Are they worse than a mere lady who was just innocent and and naive who got pregnancy. Like, which one is worse? If we have to punish someone who have done a sin, like that, we
Actually,
should not even be discussing that. That is stupid of him.
it makes no sense anyway.
Yeah.
And then maybe on that line, we see the results were released for PhD and a number of people. Maybe okay, people performed very well. I can say so, but the higher number of those who scored is
Yes.
maybe what could be the problem? I don't know.
About people who scored many A's or E's.
There are many is.
Okay, fine, fine. Number one, we need to, when we discuss this thing, we need to discuss one of the things that made me to hate Ruto government much was the man called Machogu. It was called is Ezekiel Machogu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I never liked the guy. He does not have charisma. He don't look academician to my perspective. He's not even a professor. He's not even a doctor. He's just Mr. Muchogo, and he's representing education system. To me, that's an insult to our professors and many people who are so much academician, right? Then he does not have the charisma. He does not have the oomph of a minister who is representing education, and we know that education is something which is very serious. And you can see that my suspicions are right, because a lady is being called to Lenana. Many people now are expected to join from one, yet they did not do KCPE, and those results do not make sense. There is no graph that a school produce everyone going to university. Like, there is no way one school can have 250 or 300 A minuses. Man, I've done KCPE and KCSE. Those things are complex, and there is no school that have genius teachers. So if you look
And
at
then
those
how
graphs,
can one identify in science?
yes,
How can one score 75 in KCPE?
the entire school.
Not even the entire school, but even a single person can only score 75. Science is always marked
Yeah,
out of
yes,
50.
yes,
Then you
yes,
imagine,
yes, yes. Those
actually,
so the results are questionable. I We can, if we do a simple test, that we have that boys school that was the best school, that if you have all those boys and we sit with them down for a contest, and we see the knowledge that we have in the things that they are purporting that they passed highly. Like, I don't think if they have that knowledge, because the school is not established. We used to give, during our time in school, we used to give Alliance Boys High School, Mangu, and Sare that benefit of doubt, because they were picking the cream de la cream from our societies. You have 400, you are called to Alliance. It is a school with all resources, culture, and everything. So if you go there, you had that probability of passing very well, the way they used to pass. But nowadays, schools are coming from nowhere. These students, they even have people from 200 marks to 50 marks, 300 mostly. And nowadays, everyone is getting A. If you look at their labs, if you look at the quality of their teachers or whatever, you see that something is not right. But even if you look at the confusion that is in Ministry of Education, and the way they're apologizing, result used to change from morning to evening. If result can change from morning to evening, how sure are we that those results in the portal and those A's are genuine? So that is the first thing. Number two, those people who are getting E, so they also have to assume that things was not right with their result, and you can give them that benefit of doubt. If you look at the boys from Oruba, I've been into that
yeah,
school, by
old
the
school.
way. Very, very, very good boys. Even the way they are speaking their English, like the courage and the confidence and the way they are speaking, and they were sure. If someone is sure of something, you can see right through their eyes. Someone who know that they deserve D or E cannot even go to demonstrate, because you don't have the moral fabric. You just shy from that. So those result and the minister, and we need to do something about that. Nigerians actually burnt our degrees, that they are not genuine
And have
because
the
of such
ministry
kind of
said
shit.
anything about it? I have not heard of any communication from the ministry regarding the result.
That
Has the ministry said anything about the results for Rupa and ministry?
no, no, they didn't say anything. So that makes us question the quality of our education ministers, and of course we've been having a problem with the quality of our education system at large. So that takes us back to what is the way forward. Actually, I can just to summarize everything about those people who are going to school and result and everything is that you never stop from learning. Actually, for your information, I was number one in my entire primary.
Mm-hmm.
From nursery to class 8, no one ever beated me, whether it was a mock or whatever. But I stopped immediately. I went to a national school. Then I was like, no, boy, you need to focus on other things too. Because at the end of the day, you are passing very well, but you cannot argue any issue. You cannot think. You don't know anything about history. You just know things that are in syllabus. So from there, I stopped focusing much and I started educating myself, and I don't regret about that. So from there, I've not been the genius people thought I was academically, but I don't regret the path that I took. I wanted to educate myself. I wanted to think. I wanted to have my morals. I wanted to know history. I wanted to know when someone is lying. I wanted to have coherent argument. I wanted to look at every line, every word, and every sentence. I wanted to read people from their face to know whatever they are talking about. I wanted to know how to live, how to love, and most importantly, how I'll die. Those existential problems I found them more pressing than just passing, getting A or getting E or getting. I found those very much fundamental because I have many friends who are genius, but the love life is giving them a hell of work to do. So their life is still not complete. Someone is good at mathematics, but he cannot contain pressure, he cannot contain stress, he cannot lose money. So I wanted to know how to live. Generally, that was the focus of my education. So the system
Yeah,
just
you need
brought
to back
foundation for
between.
me. Yes.
It's okay. I think we have exhausted the topics. I can
Yes.
see maybe the network will give deep requirement. So,
Yeah.
mm, just to summarize on this issue, the general issue we talked about but for the government, I'm just going to leave it out because it's rubbish. I don't think it's discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the killings have been there. Killings I know will still be there, but we just want to remain vigilant. As ladies, let's try to work hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there are many people with good intentions who approach you ladies outside there, but you reject them,
yeah.
just giving them money, and then you end up meeting these people with no intentions, just bad intentions. Yeah? So we
Yes.
need to remain vigilant. In as much as people must be strangers first before they come to know each other.
Yes.
Take your time, meet somebody, and then also let's not let's know whatever is required of us. Let's keep villaging as our own children, because we'll one day have children to the same thing that we do to this lady. And ladies also, you need to be considerate now. These people who want you and you reject you, those are the people who are meant to have them and grow together. Do not expect to
Yes.
get something that is ready made. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Sure.
ready made not have peace of mind.
Yes.
Because the moment it starts to decline, the ready made thing will need to maintain a standard. But maintaining that standard, when you don't know how to work hard, it becomes a problem. And you also don't have any inheritance from your father.
Yeah.
Yeah. So depending on a stranger when you give you something, it's not a benefit. Like you cannot be giving somebody 100,000 just for this has to reciprocate. At least he has to give you something. When you need an iPhone, you give 100,000, he gives you a phone. When you want to buy a land, you give money, you get the land. Now you can why can you just ask 30,000 from somebody then you get nothing in return? You book an Airbnb and go and compare such.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And for men, we know it's even the ladies know they've been educated how ladies are concerned. Men are like microwaves. Once anything they get highly stimulated very fast. Yeah. So whenever
Yeah.
the mind is turned to the other side, you try resisting the just like you said, the sacrifice. Whatever happens
Yeah. It
next,
can go wrong.
no.
It can always go
Definitely.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you are parting short, then we end this plan for another, maybe in the
Yeah,
day
yeah,
or
yeah.
another day.
You've done good job at summarizing most of the things we talked about, but just in summary, ladies should stop being naive. Every human being is a beast. So try to know people, try to understand people, and take precautions that are necessary.
Mm.
And young men also, sometimes you have to win, sometimes you have to lose. But now peg your life on an important goal. And that goal is, how do we raise a better society? If you think that society did for you injustice or is giving you some injustices because you've been despised, because you're broke, it is your role to produce justice, a just society, other than escalating it to go wrong by killing each other and promoting that evil thing. So we need to take care of that as men. Just man up, try to participate in making it good. Ladies too, like, you have to respect your body. Just be an old school girl. Just be a normal Kenyeji who dates one person with an aim of getting married and having family. Like, at the end of the day, all discussion is, how do we have a stable family where people live in peace? That is it. Where people live in peace and prosperity and things are going on. About education, education never ends, buddy. You keep on educating yourself. If the system did not work for you, find your area of interest. Focus there. If it's art, major there. Like, learning is just learning. Like, a genius in art is as good as a genius in mathematics. If you can focus, if
Yeah.
you can get E, but you can write very well. Maybe you cannot write things which are academic, but you can write some comedy. Because comedy was not tested in exam does not mean that you are a bad writer generally. Like, that is how you look at life. You can fail in this and you capture the other time, but the problem is, if you give up with things called academia entirely, man, there is no way you are going to live, because you just learn the first thing for you to survive. Without any knowledge, you cannot survive. You'll make bad choices, you'll do everything. So learning is something that does not end. If one does not work for you, you pick for the other one. Learn how to survive in the street. Learn how to do your thing. So learning is something that never ends despite your grade. And I actually, I pity for those people who got A and A minuses. I know most people who are very much brilliant, but they cannot, if they are told to give vote of thanks, man, they want to urinate on
They
their
can.
trousers, because the bar is high, but theirs is just academically, and being you'll not be meeting exams everywhere you go, that if you greet people, you are given paper to get your A. Things don't happen that way. You greet people, they ask you your name. They ask you what you know. They hear how you pronounce words and how you where you went to school and what you can do. So you still need to learn a lot. Be an all-round human being. And as I finish, Bana, thank you for keeping this going. You've never mind about people who are watching or doing what. You are just doing your things. You are keeping it real and you're playing your part. If we have that spirit, we
Absolutely.
can make the world better. So I'm
Yeah,
glad, and we
actually,
should be having this regularly. We should be having this regularly. I have been working on some topics which are good, and we should be having this
whenever you're
regularly.
available, we have diverse topics we can talk about anything, and everybody or anybody who might want to join us, I'll be giving a link. Feel free to join. You can have as many as possible. To grow to something known worldwide, but maybe Tuesday we gather at Andrea TV Kenya and see what we start to move the country forward.
Yeah, one thing at a time, buddy. It was good seeing you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you too.
Yes, guys, we had brother Evans. Evans was a student leader at Toronto University, and it's good. It's always good having him around because he's a vibe. He's got diverse knowledge. So we'll be having more of this each and every day. If you have any issue that is worth discussion, you can bring it on board. We're always here to make things happen the way they should. Otherwise, stay at Andrea TV Kenya and subscribe to our channel. We are moving on well, and I can assure you, this year is going to be a year of many things just that we've started. Otherwise, till next time.